Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fantactics podcast. It has been an international break for both us and for the various leagues across Europe and Africa. We are glad to have you back on the show. We hope you're doing great. I'm here in the studio as usual with the octopus, the octopus of everywhere. Sabubu El Kun. Sabubu.
We went to rest.
Yeah. Yes.
Action everywhere.
The problem with international breaks is that it breaks the transmission. Now we all know how the weekend went. I don't want us to just start on a violent note, but across, we all know the scores because some of us were monitoring our investment. So, generally, the landscape, things were falling back into place for some of the, big wigs. Some of them lost games. So, what's happening? Barcelona, there was a hiccup. Bayern, there was a hiccup. What's going on? What's happening? But, those guys were back in swing. Madrid got themselves a 2-0 win. 2-1 win, yes. Mbappe and Vinicius. And then Barcelona went ballistic. Bayern went ballistic again. And then back to English shores, Juventus are not also Inter, AC, the usual suspects, PSG, Marseille, Napoli. Everybody got their wins. And then we come to England where everybody... No. We come to England where everybody almost did not get their wins because it was crazy for the big six, as we say. Okay, Tottenham got over the line with room to spare, but you won't really say West Ham pose a serious challenge to the big guys these days. So let's just quickly look at the performance of the big boys. You have to chill with the big boys. So let's look at Manchester United. Let's start from Manchester. We'll do Manchester United, City, and then we'll go to London, or we'll go to Anfield, and then we'll go to London. So Manchester City, another 9-minute winner for them. I don't know. Do you think they just might be running out of gas finally for this title thing? Their dominance is finally catching up with them and they're becoming complacent or something?
Well, I don't think their dominance has diminished because they have a very large squad.
Okay.
Very big squad. Teams have started to watch them play and are doing everything possible to stop them from playing. Remember who went ahead in that match? I know when your one go down, that means you have to stop.
Ball is in your court. Yeah.
Because you are pursuing the title.
Yeah.
You're not a mid-table club, neither are you a relegation candidate club. Even the goal they scored, they had to go at it and look at it over and over again. To me, it was not a goal, to be honest with you. Even some point he said it was not a goal because Bernardo Silva was blocking
the view of the goalkeeper
initially. But based on how the ball entered the net, they felt that
the trajectory, did not affect.
It actually did.
So, Manchester City, they got their point. Kudos to them. Guardiola's juggernaut keeps on rolling. So we go to Manchester United. We had a guest, Mr. Bayo, on our show a few weeks back, and he made a comment that, Ten Hag always seems to come up with the results when the Chiefs are down. During the international break, Thomas Tuchel got announced as England's new manager, and, he was the prime candidate for Ten Hag's job. So, Ten Hag got a little breathing room because obviously if that guy goes to England, there's no quality option for Manchester United to turn to unless you want to do Southgate or Graham Potter, or Steven Gerrard or Lampard, which is absolutely a joke. But Man U, do you see them? Are they recovering very well? They got a battling draw against Villa before the break, and then a victory against a well-organized Brentford. Let's not look at Brentford less. Brentford are one of the toughest teams to play against the big six. Remember they handled Guardiola home and away one time, and of course there have been...
That match against Brentford, there's anything United were very good at doing. They stopped Brentford from scoring in the first minute.
Yeah,
First side,
the first few minutes.
Since the season started, they've been scoring the first 1, 2, 3,
2, 3, 4, 5.
but they ended up scoring first.
Yeah.
And I'm very sure the rallying cry during the halftime please don't get me sacked. Help.
Please, I beg. No go there. Which one is not get?
Very sure that was what they had.
No,
they kept on smoking.
Yes, of course.
Well, and they won the match. Let's see how it goes. They'll play in Europa League this week. They have the weekend fixture. Now the matches will come in
thick and fast.
Till we have another international
break
for November. After November, it's going to be till March.
Yeah.
Let's let him play 3 or 4 games, then we can now decide if he'll finish season or not. But remember, it's very expensive to fire him.
So they are looking at the money.
Yes.
Well, good luck to Manchester United fans. I always say that it do not be like, let the poor breathe. Once, allow your fans to have small joy. So, Man United fans, we are here for you this week. Now we did table, break our legs, as the case may be. So, like I said, we go to let's look at Arsenal.
The match of Saturday night.
Arsenal burn them out. Oh.
That match, Arsenal were very poor in that match, even before the red card. Okay,
so what was this? Was it the setup? Was it the morale? Or was it the energy levels?
The match, Arteta went physical in that match because apart from Trossard and there was this other player, every other player on that Arsenal team was 6 foot more. He went for power.
Physicality.
I don't know why he went for it. Bournemouth is a football playing team. They play around the ball. Because the coach of Bournemouth and Arteta, they have similar
ideologies. Yeah.
Arsenal were playing badly. And when the red card came, it threw the plan off roof.
Now,
I knew there was a problem.
Yeah. So talking about the red card, this is the 3rd red card for Arsenal this season. Like, do you see that as a problem?
It's a problem because Declan Rice said after the match that Arsenal has been very lucky, to escape with draws in those 2 matches. Now they run out of their luck and they have to stop it.
That, sometimes Arsenal has always been tagged a team that has flair but no steel. Do you think they're trying to overcompensate for the steel now by becoming a little...
Has gone under Wenger's
tenure? How many?
Over 70, over 80.
How long was that tenure?
No, I mean, you understand. Some other teams didn't have that
much red cards in that period.
When Arteta started this current rule,
they
had so much red cards. 2 seasons ago, they reduced on it. But right now, the first 2 red cards were negligent by the players.
So, let's say that.
This 3rd one was, the guy was the last person. That it was a goal scoring opportunity.
Yeah.
And the way Saliba
anchored him.
Saliba's having a bad week.
Even during the international break,
In that glorified friendly match, to play the quality
Nations League.
He messed up against Belgium. So just the overall quality of
the French team
side that helped them scale through.
So now, what would it have been better if he just, even if we were a goal, concede the goal rather than concede the red card?
I watched that replay over and over and over again. Gabriel would have met up.
And that's not just, that's not just the issue. Evan Nilsson is a good player. But since he has been... he's very fast. But since he was signed from Porto, he has not been able to find his feet. No, not even just fast. He has been doing well. For him to beat Saliba for pace. Not like... Because a defender, you have to keep track of your...
1-2 seconds can change.
Yeah, sure.
The way the ball landed, Saliba needed to turn first.
Now, Sabubu, Saliba is one of the fastest defenders in the league. When you mean for recoveries,
yes,
do you get?
For recoveries, But when it comes to pace, it's not. It doesn't have that.
But like I was saying,
He's a Rolls Royce kind of player.
so like I was saying, would it have been better? What would you have preferred? Allow him to, let's see if he will score or take the guy out. You were not leading, no. It's not like you were protecting your lead or it was 2 minutes to go.
At times,
yeah.
We commentators and bodies, we sit down and we just assume it should be like this.
Yeah.
But in the spur of the moment, when the match is on, you have less than 1 second to make a decision. And he made a bad decision at that point in time.
Yeah.
You understand?
Sure.
Now that he has seen it and they rewind Saturday again, he won't make that error. That's how football is. See the 2 red cards Arsenal had.
Yeah.
It was Declan Rice was trying to stop a free kick and he kicked the ball.
Yeah.
Got a red card. Trossard the same thing.
The same thing.
So it just happens in football.
So now you have to understand one thing: mentality. As far as what you're chasing and where you're going, you have to develop a mentality to first get you there before you can, play yourself into where you have to play like a champion before you become a champion. And that's where Arsenal are shooting themselves in the foot. There are some errors, and I'm not talking about tactical errors now. I'm not talking about, basic footballing errors. Those happen. Arsenal are not making those errors. They are on point, they are sleek, but it's judgmental errors. These are stuffs that were not in their game or they were not this prominent before.
Well, there's something you need to understand here. The team is under pressure now.
Much more pressure than they have been.
Last season also. Because now they've seen that we can compete with City. So they're now overdoing things, which is not supposed to be so. Right? See other teams in the Premiership, like everybody says Liverpool is sleek. Yes, we enjoy watching them play, right? Sorry, I'm bringing Liverpool to this question. But how many games have they played? Have they gone to those crazy grounds where, there are some places you go to the Premiership and before the match starts, the defender is looking at you and you are knowing this one wants to kill me. And match starts and he hits you. Salah has not gotten injured yet.
He's naturally tough anyways. He rarely gets injured.
So for now, they don't have any injury issues.
Right.
Even for Arsenal and City to still be, with the 2 key players they've lost.
Yeah.
It's still amazing.
But anyways, like I said, it's about a mentality thing. And I think Arsenal need to sort out where the head of their players, where they are mentally, the space they are in. Because it's a marathon. And if you keep making those kind of mistakes, it will cost you points. It will cost you, and small points, now they form gap. So last, they'll still have to sort out those issues. But
remember, other teams will drop points.
No. Everybody drops points. Everybody drops points. But like I said, look at City. They are getting over the line. They are not perfect, but they are getting the job done.
The same thing happened in that same match.
Yeah.
Johnson was given a yellow card. And before I came on the show, I told you that they looked at the proximity of his defensive partner. Well, he was closer. So even if he had left us, the guy would have stopped.
Recover.
Compared to Gabriel that was like 10, 15 meters away.
Yeah.
That's why they said, okay, fine, the guy should. But everybody was saying, no, it's supposed to be a red card. As we got yesterday, you put Arsenal fans shouting. But when I looked at it, I said, okay, fine. If that's the way they want it, fine. But our web even make matters because the cameras were on him.
So
people were not thinking.
Yeah, he was influencing.
Apparently, he could listen to everything they were saying, but he couldn't do anything.
He's a supervisor now. He has to. He has to. Yeah. So those audio feeds are available even to journalists and stuff. So
he doesn't have access to talk. They blocked him.
He doesn't have a microphone, but he can listen.
That's the access.
Yeah.
The police did not give it to him.
So,
let him know what's going on.
No, of course, they can't give it to him because that's... So, you already ushered us into the Liverpool and Chelsea game. So, what are your first thoughts watching that game?
That was one of Chelsea's best games. They played very, very well. Liverpool were even scoring. Then how can you equalize in a game that you're putting a home team on pressure? I just felt Liverpool were playing safe in that game. They had that respect for Chelsea. I saw it. I've always said Chelsea is a fantastic team. They will keep creating chances. And I'm impressed. Jackson is growing as every match comes. But that defense and goalkeeper, I don't know how that will be sorted out.
Man.
But I can assure you, if they continue to play like this, if they win matches, they might win matches 6-5. If they lose matches, they might lose matches 4-3.
Yeah. Now, as a Chelsea fan, I was looking at the starting lineup, and I could kind of see what Maresca was trying to do, but I could also see that he was trying to be over creative. Sometimes these managers, they have that. They have the big stage and they want to do something spectacular. Now, looking at the starting lineup, he went with Lavia and Caicedo in the double pivot, which is sound. Lavia is a very press-resistant midfielder. He knows how to play on the half-turn, get the ball out from the defense, and you could see in the first half that he was really breaking the lines for Chelsea. But the defensive configuration of James and Malo Gusto kind of limited Chelsea. And you could see Salah had the rings around Malo Gusto in the first half. When he was moved to his natural position, he grew into the game, made key interceptions and stuff. So most times the managers just come in and do this stuff. But one thing I observed about Chelsea is they can be proud of how they lost. A loss is never a good thing in football anyways, but they can be proud of how they lost. But they didn't need to lose, but they lost anyways. And then talking about officiation, there are a lot of controversies. So the penalty calls for both teams, both teams had penalty shouts. And we always say we are pundits, so we cannot give you, we cannot say definitely, but we have a right to express our opinions as football fans, and that's what we are going to do, and that's what I'm going to ask of you now. So let's just quickly look at the major shouts. You already pointed out the Tosin red card. It was the yellow card. It was a red card call. So the yellow card was given, and it was reviewed by VAR. Okay, agreed with the on-pitch decision. The penalty for Colwill claimed to have gotten the ball, but he went through the man. Penalty given, sustained, scored. Chelsea's Sancho in the box was played through, penalty not given. And then Curtis Jones, Sanchez ran through him, penalty not given. So what do you think about those decisions? Do you agree with all of them, or do you have your reservations?
Well, the Sancho penalty is a 50-50. Some VAR officials and referee would have given it. Some wouldn't have given it. So let's leave that apart. It's either here or there. The penalty Salah scored was a penalty, right? And thank God that the second one was overturned, because that was not even a penalty. I don't know what the referee was thinking about. But overall, the game was good to watch. And I wish Chelsea could score in that match, because they played very well. There was no, in fact, they made Liverpool feel like they were waiting in the game. They were playing fantastically very well until only God knows. I know Liverpool is a team that they can control the game. That was the edge they had over Chelsea. And they scoring first helped them.
They didn't actually control the game that much. Not really control.
No.
Yeah.
After the second goal, when they scored that second goal, I knew, because the way Chelsea were playing after the second goal in the second half, my fear was Liverpool should not score a third goal. Because for every time Liverpool were going close towards Chelsea net, there was tendency that they would score. But they didn't score. You understand? But Chelsea was just dilly-dallying left, right. I just hope the coach will sit down and watch that match all over again and believe that we can do better. Now they went to Anfield and they gave Liverpool a run for their money.
Yeah.
You understand? That is the positive I got from that match. If they can do that to Liverpool, they can do it to anybody.
He actually went toe-to-toe with City and then Liverpool. So, according to Maresca, he watched Liverpool 38 times under Jurgen Klopp, after the schooling by Anslot yesterday, he will probably watch them 38 times more. But we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we will be looking towards what is to come as opposed to what is gone. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, now we are back. This week is a loaded week. We have the Europa Conference League, we have the Europa League, we have the Champions League, and we look forward to the matches in England, Spain, Germany, France, and which other country again?
Other countries.
You're fine. So tomorrow, the Champions League returns, and we have some huge fixtures.
Massive.
Investors, are you guys
massive fixtures for the Champions League.
So hit me.
AC Milan plays Club Brugge.
Milan at home, right?
Yes, Milan at home.
Well, they didn't really start on a good note in the Champions League this season, so they will try to make up ground. Milan playing against Bruges at the San Siro is a straight win for Milan.
Okay. Let's Arsenal plays Shakhtar Donetsk.
Well, Arteta said they have to use the anger from the loss to Bournemouth to face the other matches they'll be playing. Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yeah.
Well, Arsenal will win that match. It's straight win for Arsenal.
Okay. Arsenal fans, Chelsea fans, Liverpool fans, for those of you who are in the Premier League, you watch out for the midfield star of Shakhtar Donetsk, Georgi Sudakov. He has been linked with your club, so you can do a scouting report so that later all of you can analyze on your Twitter or your X or your everywhere where they say they want to sign him. You will know what you're talking about. PSG hosts PSV.
PSG won their first match at home to Girona by the teeth of their skin.
Yeah.
10-minute goal. They lost to Arsenal where they were non-existent that match.
See, it's non-existent.
I wasn't.
You weren't impressed. Yeah.
But much more. Too easy for Arsenal to win. They are playing PSV, a Dutch side. You know the way Dutch teams play, fantastic side. But they will win the match. Straight in for PSG.
Okay. Juventus host VfB Stuttgart.
Stuttgart were on fire last season. That's why they ended up
in the Champions League places. Yeah.
Juventus is another animal on their own. They've been fantastic this season, and I see them beating Stuttgart.
So something that could be a banana peel fixture. Real Madrid is hosting Borussia Dortmund.
Madrid will beat Dortmund.
Okay.
Because they lost their last match.
So
they need to start gathering points. Because you remember this week.
Yeah, it's about points. Yeah, straight.
Then the remaining from 9 to 24. We have to play
more games for you.
So more games.
Yeah.
It's a win. It might be a slim victory.
Okay, but it's a win. Madrid. So do you see Dortmund getting a goal or two?
Well, Madrid is Madrid. Madrid will win. I don't know.
About it. You don't want to overanalyze.
I don't want to
keep it simple.
Be able to say, okay, both teams to score and Madrid now wins match for 0.
Okay. So Aston Villa versus Bologna.
Villa playing fantastically very well. Balanced side. Bologna are either here or there. Since they lost Thiago Motta.
Yeah.
The same team of last season.
Lost the Ziggy's.
Straight win for Villa.
Okay. On to the following day, we have Brest versus Leverkusen.
Win or draw for Leverkusen.
Okay. Atalanta versus Celtic.
Wow. Atlanta will win that match. Why? They won yesterday against Venezia. I watched the match and I like the way they played. You know, everybody was.
So they are getting into gear now.
They're getting into gear. But I just,
Gasperini. Yeah.
Celtic, I don't know. They lost the last Champions League to Dortmund. It was 6-0.
Yeah.
So they will likely be the whipping boys of
the league format.
So it's a straight win for Atlanta.
All right. We hope to see our boy Demola Lookman get on the score sheet because we have our eyes on the trophy. If you know what I mean, not the Champions League, the other trophy. Yes. Leipzig hosts Liverpool.
That is going to be a cracker in Germany. Yeah. Both teams to score.
Both teams to score.
Is going to win the match.
All right. Athletic Club is Athletic Club is Atletico, is hosting Lille.
Atletico Madrid will win that match because they lost their last match to Benfica in a very horrible way, away from home. A Simone team does not concede the way that team conceded. So I'm very sure he will get things in order because even yesterday they conceded first against Leganes.
Yeah.
Before they came back to score 3 goals in the second half. So it's a straight win for Atletico Madrid.
Okay. Barcelona versus Bayern Munich. Now this one is the cracker of crackers. It's the cream cracker.
Both teams to score. Barcelona might just keep it.
I'm not an investor, but I will oppose Sabubu on this one. I think Bayern are going to edge this fixture. But well, let's see what happens. That's the game for you. I think both teams are going to score, like you said. But I will swing with Bayern to win if I were an investor. But luckily for you, I'm not. Ball is in your court. Benfica hosts Feyenoord.
Benfica to win or draw that.
All right. We'll just round it up with Young Boys and Inter Milan. Inter away.
Inter will score in that match. Even if they win, it will be a slim victory. But Inter will likely win that match.
Okay. Man City versus Sparta Prague at the Etihad.
We all know what Man City will bring to the table.
The likes of the Fodens. That's what they will bring to the table.
They will trash.
Alexis points.
They will trash Sparta Prague.
All right. Sabubu is always looking down on some of our clubs that play on Thursday. Don't worry. Keep your spirits up. You will get there. We'll look at the Europa League, where there are a couple of fixtures. The English teams to watch out for. Tottenham will be playing AZ, and Man United will be away at Fenerbahce.
Well, there's Spurs versus AZ. Spurs are playing at home. A straight win for Spurs. Then the match for United versus Fenerbahce, it is like a reunion. Mourinho versus his former team. His team are gathering pace gradually. I think that match is a Fenerbahce win or draw.
All right. Most of the other fixtures, I would say let's just gloss over them and look at the Conference League, where we have Chelsea going away to Panathinaikos.
That match is going to be very, very tough because those Greece, their stadiums,
the atmosphere is massive.
The atmosphere is like the Turkish guys.
Okay.
Flares, they will shout from the beginning of the match till the end. I hope Chelsea can get
a result. All right. Away from that to the weekend, which is absolutely packed with top-class fixtures. Looking at the likes of El Clasico, which is on Saturday, Real Madrid versus Barcelona, a match that is anticipated all across the world. Of course, we have the English Premier League, Brighton, Wolves, Man City, Southampton, Everton, Fulham on Saturday. So for the Clasico, what are your thoughts?
Barcelona is still on top. Madrid are chasing them. I see both sides to score. Both sides are going to score. Not much likely in the draw. Both sides to score.
Well, the big games are where the big boys, and I think Barcelona will get a stern test of their credentials to see if they have truly come of age, or that was just a bright spark, and if they'll burn out. We'll move on to Sunday in Italy. Inter will be hosting Juventus. Fiorentina will be hosting Roma, and those are the major,
Inter is a good side. Juventus hardly concede, so I wonder how
it's going to be really tight.
That's one of the best attacks against one of the
best defenses. Yeah.
I will stake my head. Is Inter win or draw?
All right. Marseille will be hosting PSG in the French League One, another cracker fixture.
They call that the classic.
Yeah.
Marseille is at home, right?
Yeah, Marseille is at home.
Marseille win or draw?
Anything can happen. Say what? All right, on Sunday is going to be another top of the table clash headlined by Arsenal, who will be hosting Liverpool.
Before we talk about that,
let's
talk about we have Saturday fixtures. Chelsea is playing Newcastle at home, right?
Chelsea Newcastle is on Sunday. And Tottenham Tottenham, Crystal Palace. The likes of Man City, Southampton, Brighton, Wolves, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Brentford, Ipswich.
And those are some of the home teams that win matches for
some of the home teams, right? Okay, so Crystal Palace, Tottenham on Sunday, Chelsea, Newcastle, West Ham, Manchester United.
Should start
picking up points.
As fast as possible.
You think they can do that against Tottenham?
Well, it's a small stadium.
Okay.
So
we'll go drag them.
Thank you.
All right, so Arsenal versus Liverpool. This one is going to be another, litmus test for the table toppers.
Well, I don't know the Arsenal team that we will see.
To turn up.
Because to be honest with you, Saliba will play tomorrow night, but he won't play on Saturday.
Yeah.
Now, if Timber recovers from his injury, then he will likely fit as right back, and
Ben White to move into centre back.
Because I don't give you. He has moments, and you remember he came in, he gave away that first goal, and they took him out in the second half. He saw it. He saw the second. So 3 weeks ago, I've told you Arsenal straight win. But right now, if Arsenal gets a draw in that match,
they are lucky. Well, you don't know what to expect in football, but you know what to expect on the Fantastics podcast. Remember to join us next week where we'll be looking over most of these mouth-watering games. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Fantastics Podcast with a CXT. And Sabubu and I will be watching. We'll be chewing and ruminating on all these games. I'll be back next week. I won't come alone. We'll bring you a surprise guest. So hang in there, keep your eyes peeled. Continue to enjoy the beautiful game. Invest wisely. Stay happy and enjoy yourselves. Bless.